What's good, people? 78 here with another review. Today we have another gridiron item to review. It's the lower mech and upper mech add-on kits for the Trouble Bubble for Classified. These came out, they staggered the release, so the lower one came out sometime last year and the upper I think earlier this year. It really does enhance your Trouble Bubble. One of the issues I always had, with the Trouble Bubbles is they're meant to be flying, so how do you display them, right? Yeah, there's people who've done little add-ons for your flight stands and things like this, but with these, they just look badass sitting behind your figures on the shelf, or even, in toy photography, yeah, of course. They do kind of have a vibe, a look that reminds you of the RoboCop robot, remember? Yeah, but I think there's enough in here that differentiates it and gives it its own little spin. So let's get into it. As there were two sets or two kits to this, I'm going to start with the lower one here on the right, and then we'll go into the upper one on the left afterwards. So we're going to go to the hands-free mode to look at the details here. So you can see the Trouble Bubble just sits in there, yeah, and it slots in. You can see that there. They had those fins underneath, right? It just slots in down here, which is amazing. The legs on here are on, you can see a ball joint in there. Yeah, that gives it some movement. And there's a little ball joint here on the ankle as well. These do not move, the legs do not move. It's a bummer, but I get it, Hey, they did give you optional thigh guards, if you will. I guess that's a thigh. That's kind of like a chicken leg, right? And it still maintains the rest of the Trouble Bubble up here. So it's really just this add-on kit that sits down there. I'll try and break it apart to show. All right, let's try and assemble it. I do need two hands of this. So you got to push your gun out of the way. All right, and it just kind of just slots in there. Just slides in. Today's review is brought to you by the Hakushu Single Malt. This is a limited edition, the Japanese Force Bittersweet Edition. It is bittersweet. It is less sweet than their usual release. I think it's a travel exclusive, so only get it at the airports. Yeah, it's nice. I do prefer the regular Hakushu though. It's a bit too many funk. It's a bit too funky for me. Now for the upper mech part, you can see that it connects to the upper piece of the Trouble Bubble there, yeah, and it slots in. It just clips on nicely. You got these two missile launchers here, which go up and down, which are really nice. The arms there are on a ball joint, a very simple ball joint. Guns there. Sorry, it's not focusing. Yeah, munitions going in there, and that goes around. And it tucks in down there, which is pretty badass. I love those details. Some hydraulic pipe thing. It's cool, the jetpack fits back on, which is nice. It's a nice touch, so nothing's wasted. And this side, another hydraulic thing. I love these details. And this is the flamethrower, man. And the flamethrower is really cool because they do give you this awesome flamethrower effect, which just plugs on there. All right, and yeah, that's pretty badass, man. Right. So you can see with this one, I did the inverse or the opposite, yeah, because it's the twins, right? So that's on that side, it's on the left, and then over here, I have it the other way. So, oops, that does pop off. So there you have it. That's the two of them next to each other. So on the left there, you got the lower mech. The right there, you got the lower mech and the upper mech for the Trouble Bubble. I forgot to mention the price, the $49.99 for each edition. So lower is $40-50, upper was $50. Yeah. I think it's worth it. These look phenomenal. Support independent creators. I think this is amazing. And you can see I've been buying a fair bit of the gridiron stuff, especially these kind of upgrades. Yeah. I give this 5 microwaves. Yeah, my first 5 microwave for the year. Highly recommended. Get in there.